did in the preliminaries in the final rotation, Maloney can come back to win. Still in the third rotation for Vanessa Atler, who after 2 events was in 3rd place. A big comeback underway. But in preparation for the vault, we caught her taping up a big toe. Now, this may have been an injury that she did in warm-ups here or exacerbated a previous condition, but listen up to Valerie Liukin.
No, stop that now.
I can't help it.
Yes, you can. Come on.
Tough love.
Yeah, he's trying to toughen her up. Remember, Bella is watching from the sidelines. He's right in front of the vault.
Here she goes now for vault number 1.
She's got 2 of the biggest vaults on the U.S. team. First one, double twisting Yurchenko.
No pain, no wincing, no evidence.
Okay. Now, good handspring, okay? You can fight. Come on, all you got right now, baby. Come on. You can do it.
It seems for Vanessa, it's very, very little about technique. Quite a bit about getting her in the right state of mind, keeping her focused.
Real natural talent when it comes to doing this type of vault for Vanessa. Not one of the strongest ones I've seen her do, however.
And Lukin said, no piking. Keep your body totally stretched, totally straight. We'll see if she can pull that off.
So they survive another episode. The first vault was a 9.4.
And I'll tell you, you know, this sport, it makes a lot of dreams come true, but it also creates its share of heartbreaks. This young lady, when she left the Rybeckis, it just ripped them apart. Now their only hope of getting to Sydney lies with this young lady, Jamie Dantzscher.
And Tim, the Rybeckis thought they had given their heart and soul to Vanessa Atler and that they were much more than just coaches.
Yeah, they thought there was a special bond there. Beth knew she'd be there when Vanessa married, wanted to hold her first child. It really ripped them apart.
And now they've moved on, and it's hard not to feel that they feel vindicated for what Jamie Dantzscher has done in these U.S. championships.
Jamie Dantzscher told me when she went back to the Rybeckis, she said, I can't promise you anything but desire and effort. And they said, Jamie, that's all we've ever wanted you to do. She has really been having the meat of her life. And remember, Bella is just looking for consistency. He wants to see 2 in a row.
When I watch Jamie on bars, it just looks like she's playing. Very effortless.
She's done it again. One more, just one more, and then they can talk about this newfound consistency. Back to Vanessa Atler we go. She gets a 9.45 for her second vault. That's an average of 9.425. Meanwhile, the Rybeckis, Jamie Dantzscher, gets a 9.60. So the standings after 3 rotations are filled with irony because it is Jamie Dantzscher who moves Vanessa Atler down to 4th place. Disappointing championships for Morgan White. And remember, the top 12 here go to the Olympic trials in August, and those can be seen here on NBC. Here is Bella Caroli in the middle of the selection controversy and surrounded there by the members of his selection committee. It was an easy commute for Bob Costas here to the Kiel Center. He lives in St. Louis and amazingly will leave for Sydney in just a couple of weeks, so the preparation is about to begin. Bob, yesterday you spent a lot of time with Bella Caroli, and he's involved now in this big controversy here in women's gymnastics about selection. What did you learn about where he's coming from?
I don't pretend to be an expert in all the arcane ins and outs, but the point he kept making, and much of the interview will be seen on the Olympic trials in a few weeks, but the point he kept making is there's a strategic element to this, and you have to be able to use subjective criteria criteria in selecting the team, because you may want to have a woman on the team who isn't necessarily one of the half dozen best all-rounders, but can help in a specific event. So this event and the trials are a guideline, but he feels they should not be the be-all and end-all when it comes to selecting the team. And maybe the parallel to use is the way they selected the Olympic basketball team prior to the Dream Team concept. It wasn't necessarily the guys with the highest average points or the guys who are going to be taken highest in the NBA draft. Bobby Knight left Charles Barkley off the team one year. He had his reasons.
Now, last week you may have seen in the track and field trials, Michael Johnson pulls up with a bad hamstring and has no recourse to petition into the games, and obviously has the credentials to do so. And then there's a woman who loses her Olympic dream by 100th of a second. On that topic, what do you think they could do to fix that?
It seems to me that one thing they could do is make a rule that says the reigning world record holder or the reigning Olympic gold medalist in any event, provided that he or she has posted a competitive time in that event sometime in the 6 months, let's say, prior to the Olympic Games, gets an automatic pass into the Games. That seems fair. All right, enjoy the flight to Sydney if that's possible. Thanks, I will. 14 hours. See you there. Bob Costas, the host of NBC's coverage of the Olympic Games in Sydney. We'll be back for the U.S. Gymnastics Championships after this. Back in St. Louis, Vanessa Atler stands in front of her years-long problem, the uneven bars. She started with the uneven bars in the preliminary round and stumbled. Fell to 21st, battled back, 8th, 6th, 3rd, now 4th. How did she look in warm-ups?
Well, I'm not quite sure how to read Vanessa's warm-ups anymore, but just moments ago, it was very shaky.
The other night, though, she was great in warm-ups and stumbled in the competition. Oh, little hesitation there. But she dealt with it. That very good sign.
Here's where she also had other problems the other night. No problem tonight.
Oliver releases finished. Just to dismount, this would be a big step for Vanessa Atler.
She's got to feel like she survived this, right?
Oh, this is a great thing, you know. As a coach, you're looking for your athlete, obviously, to be successful, but sometimes you just get lucky and things go great. She actually fought through that. That's an even better sign.
Back to the two-time national champion looking for the trifecta. Again, the difference is about 3/10. And if this plays out the way they did in the preliminaries, Maloney is good enough to come from behind and win.
Now that is a large step, and it is going to cost her some valuable points, but we have to remember that Maloney does have the edge over Elise Ray on this apparatus. This start value is a 9.8. The next vault she's planning to do is a 9.9, which is so much greater than what Elise Ray has planned.
First vault score 9.325. That's lower than either of her two vaults in the preliminaries, so she needs to pick it up.
Yeah, she needs a big vault here. She's trailing by 3/10. Whoa. Wow, pretty darn good, but still that small hop on the landing.
And we're dealing in a world of tenths here.
Good meet today. Good meet today. Way to go.
Good job. All right. Good job, Chris.
Ella Caroli with a little wave from the distance. Feel his presence if you're one of these gymnasts at every turn. The number for Vanessa Atler, 9.275. She will finish 3rd or 4th, which is great considering how she started, depending on what happens to Jamie Dantzscher. Here's the number for Kristen Maloney, an average of 9.425. They check the numbers and crunch